Remember the guy that was twerked on at the gas station after going to the ATM, and then these two black chicks came out of nowhere and shook their butts on? Well, actually, one of them twerked on him. The other one was trying to grab his penis or snatch his wallet or what. Actually, I think she did touch his penis. But anyways, he was scared that he was going to get robbed. Like, he figured when he walked outside, maybe they were prostitutes and, their pimp was waiting outside with some other guys and they were going to stick him up or something like that. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. So anyway, he ended up calling the police and he tried to charge the women with like sexual assault or some crazy shit. Well, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, click the link below. Visit my blog, check out the original story. If you need a link to it, you can't find the original story for any reason, let me know. I'll give you the link in the comment section. So here's your update for the people who know what I'm talking about. Now, if you want to see a video of what they did to him, them twerking on him and whatnot, click the link below, visit my blog. The video's up there. So the New York Daily News writes, and I quote, "A Washington, D.C. victim of a twerking attack is turning the other cheek." Pause. I thought they turned the cheek to him when they put their butts on him. But anyways, Washington Tharpe told the Daily News on Thursday he's forgiven two women who contributed to, quote, Washington Tharpe told the Daily News on Thursday he's forgiving two women who contributed to his, quote, humiliating and, quote, embarrassing experience at a gas station, and said he instead was actively trying to get prosecutors to drop the charges. Now, for the record, this is how you know when you got bitches. When you got so many bitches, you can send them to jail. I mean, goddamn. Anyways, back to the story. The 40-year-old middle school Spanish teacher, who is the son of a pastor, said his connection to his church led him to change his mind about the two twerking twerps. The New York Daily News is off the fucking chain for calling these thoughts the two twerking twerps. Quote, "I'm willing to let go of all my pain that I had inside, of the humiliation, and direct it towards the improvement of her life," he said. Tharpe was sexually assaulted on October 7th after two women started aggressively twerking on him at a DC gas station. The two dirty dancers grabbed his privates and violently groped him during the unwanted shakedown. One of the dancers, Ayanna Marie Knight, was arrested on November 10th and charged with sexual abuse in the third degree. She had been charged with prostitution twice in DC and once in Las Vegas. Pause the story right there. Really, couple of women that go twerking on and groping on a teacher at the gas station, or come to find out, ex-prostitutes at least, or at least this one is. Really, I mean, I thought that they were just twerking on him because they just like to dance, just groping him because, they just never saw a penis before. But anyways, she had been charged with prostitution twice in DC and once in Las Vegas. Cops are still searching for the woman's dirty dance partner in crime, but Tharpe doesn't want her arrested anymore. In fact, he'd rather have the charges dropped completely. The twerk attack victim told the Daily News he did not want to see the two young women face the legal system, as the two had been punished enough already from the viral clip. After he learned Knight, that's the woman on your screen, after he learned Knight could face up to 10 years in jail for her sexual abuse charges and had to be registered as a sex offender if convicted, he began to feel sympathetic of her. Quote, "If she was like 30 years old or 40, I would have asked to throw the book at her," Tharpe said, "but at 22, she's not grown. I can't see myself sending her to prison for that." After all his own preaching of forgiveness at church, he said he'd be a hypocrite if he didn't do the same in his own life. Pause the story. So, this dude is 40 years old. If you want to see a picture of him, you can click the link below and, visit my blog. There's a link that'll take you to the Daily News website and you can actually see a really good picture of him. But anyways, this is really interesting. So her age is why he doesn't want her to go to jail. And because he's been forgiven for his sins. He's been cleansed with the blood of Jesus. Anyway, story goes on to say, he said he made up his mind after speaking with his pastor, Leo Lewis, and Pastor Elsie at the Macedonia Miracle Worship Center in Montgomery, Alabama. He had sought out spiritual counseling since his twerking nightmare began in October, he said. "What? Spiritual counseling? You know what that means? That means he probably stopped fucking, and after these women threw themselves on him, he was probably about to go out there and start smashing everything. You know, the mothers of his students and stuff like that, they come to pick up the kid, and he's like, let me get your number. You know, I you know, you might have to pick the kids up, you know, for tutoring, you know, just using excuses to get them to come back to the school and whatnot to see him. Tell your mother to come in tomorrow. What did I do? Don't worry about it. Just tell her to come in. Yeah, he sounds as if, you know, he can't control himself now, because he was probably out there smashing everything moving. Then he probably became a Christian, and then this right here made it spring back up in him, just like a boner in your pants. He's probably pinching a tent when these thoughts started groping and twerking, and it sounds like he lost his mind. Anyway, the story finally goes on to say Tharpe said he felt a weight lifted off his shoulders once he made the decision to forgive Knight and the other dancer. Now he said he wants to help them. The DC victim said he would love for an opportunity to meet the women and help get their lives together. He said you mean fucking behind the scenes? Anyways, he said he wants to help them get out of prostitution and find a job. Pause the story. Yeah, they can. I help them find a job too. They can give me a fucking blowjob. Anyways, the forgiving twerk attack victim said he also wants the women to join North Street Village, a community of empowerment and recovery for women, and RAINN, RAINN, another support group. In return, he asked that the two women apologize and become role models for young women. He's been trying to contact prosecutors to drop the charges, but said they have been avoiding him. If the case goes to trial, Tharpe said he would not testify against the women. End quote. So here's the deal. Let's get this straight. He wants these women to be role models. You know what they say? You can't make a hoe a housewife. Then why the fuck would you want to make a hoe a counselor? Now he wants women who are allegedly prostitutes that are twerking on and grabbing dicks at a fucking gas station of some teacher to now turn the other cheek, stop twerking, and basically start fucking preaching, telling other women to not be hoes. Man, you can't make this shit up. Listen, this shit right here needs to be made to one of those cheap ass hood movies where it has different endings. Unlike the same DVD where he ends up with them in church, you know, actually changing their lives, and then another alternative ending needs to be where he smashed the girls and started pimping them or something. I don't know. This should be interesting stuff. Anyway, the whole point is this though. If he thinks that he's going to turn these hoes into some church girls, the only thing they'll probably end up doing is become some church hoes. So it's like, what's the point? All I know is they put the hoe in holy water. But this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.